What's up, everyone? Adam Prime back again, and welcome to the final week of the Blazing Toku Moviethon for 2021. And how would I end this year's Blazing Toku Moviethon? Well, watching the first appearance of one of my favorite kaiju, MechaGodzilla. So, this week is Godzilla vs. MechaGodzilla. And I had fun with this one. And overall, even though I had fun with Megalon, I'm going to say this one was much better than Megalon. So, I'm going to say at this point, summaries are dead. And we're going to get right into it. We're going to get to talking about the movie because, honestly, as much as I say this movie's fun, I don't think there's a whole lot to talk about. So, let's not wait any longer. Let's get to the final movie discussion of this year right now. So this movie pretty much opens up with these two guys. Like, I'm terrible with showing movies, mostly because, like, again, there's not a lot of character. Not that there's not characters, but, like, I don't know, I just don't. They're just kind of there. It's like, you're not changing to a hero. It's hard for me to remember your name. But, yeah, like, this dude and his brother. That's not a little kid. They're both adults. But, like, are going to this mountain. Like, I'm not even sure. Is he, like, an excavator? Like, I don't know. Like, they're at this shrine and everything. It's a little weird and kind of confusing. I'm not quite sure, but whatever. Like, you go into a cave, the brother finds this mysterious new metal that turns out to be space platinum. Or space titanium. Oh, I'm sorry. Can't get mixed up my space minerals. Which, by the way, I love old movies where it's just like, you know what, it's just titanium from space. And maybe in the Japanese dub, which I guess I should say right now, I did watch the English dub, but that's what was available to me. Also, real quick, spoilers. Sorry if I forgot. But this movie is pretty old, so I think you had your time. Just a little bit. But yeah, no, he finds space titanium. Which, okay. Again, like, just old stuff where it's like, oh, what is this? Oh, it's titanium. But it's not from here, so it's space titanium. And that's alright. And that's just kind of what happens, and, like, you have this whole little subplot with the, like, King Caesar people. And so after they find out about the space titanium, they find, like, the statue of, like, the guard lion that's, like, to awake, that will help you find King Caesar and everything, which is neat. But, like, yeah, no, they find that some investigator, I'm not quite sure what she was, is there to take the statue, and then, like, her and, like, the main guy are going back to, like, is it Tokyo or somewhere? I'm not quite sure. But either way, a fake Godzilla shows up. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Oop, sorry. Godzilla shows up. Don't recognize I said fake. Godzilla shows up and, like, is terrorizing and blowing stuff up. And then suddenly Anguirus pops out to be like, brr, and just starts attacking Godzilla, and somebody immediately says, it's like, that doesn't make sense. Anguirus, you're Godzilla's friend. Why would you be attacking him? And it's like, huh. Yeah, why is he attacking him? That's a good point. It's almost as if he's not the real Godzilla. And then they fight, and Anguirus kind of gets wrecked. It's kind of messed up because that ends with the fake Godzilla breaking Anguirus' jaw, which I guess he lives. He's fine. He just kind of walks away. But, like, whew. Like, I'm not saying it's like, oh, it's gory effects, but it's like, but what they were insinuating was kind of, like, you saw all the blood, and, like, his hands were covered in it, and that's something I want to say for a lot of this movie. They do use a ton of weird blood stuff. That's the thing. And overall, like, that happens, he continues on his rampage, and then Godzilla shows up, because, again, to prove even more that's not the real Godzilla, even when, like, the fight was showing that's like, oh, his skin peeled back and it got shiny, who could it be? And then him and Godzilla start to tussle, and even, like, I like the detail that even his, like, atomic breath was different, like, he had, like, a yellow atomic breath when fake Godzilla was around. But then it was bum bum bum. It was MechaGodzilla the whole time. So yeah, I'm like, I already knew going in, even though it's like this was my first time watching this whole movie. I knew fake Godzilla. I knew it was a fake Godzilla and everything. But it's just like I was watching. I'm like, are they really gonna try to make me believe? Like they dropped so many crumbs and they got rid of it quickly. But like, yeah. It was MechaGodzilla, and I like all of MechaGodzilla's designs. Like, this one's not my favorite, but I really do like the Showa-era design. It's very much of its time, which I personally really like and enjoy seeing these, like, robots. It's like reasons I like King Joe and stuff from Ultraman, where it's like, this is how we perceived space robots or advanced mechas would look like. But also, this movie kept calling him a cyborg, which he's not a cyborg. I don't know if that's a dub thing or if they said that before, but like, yeah, I don't think he's a cyborg. And I guess, like, that's just kind of it. They fight, they tussle. First round, Godzilla knocks... It ends in a draw, pretty much. MechaGodzilla and Godzilla end in a draw. Like, they both, like... Godzilla damaged, like, the main communication thing for MechaGodzilla, so it's like the people who are controlling him don't have full control, and Godzilla kind of was very injured. And, yeah. Then you have all these weird scenes where it's like the aliens are trying to get the thing for King Caesar and everything. Also, I don't know why these alien people are invading. They just kind of are, and they're just after the statue. They really didn't give a reason, but I didn't really need one. It was fine, because it actually gave more for the characters to do, because you actually got to see them do stuff. You had cool guy in a big black trench coat with the biggest collar. But like, yeah, like, no, it was just not that well explained. Obviously, like, the thing was just, we want to take over the Earth, but it's like, okay, that's all we're told. And yeah, like, that was just kind of the neat part, where it's like, we did see a good chunk of Godzilla, but like, when we weren't, it's like, yeah, we were finding out more about, like, the metal and stuff, or we were going, like, underground and seeing where the people who built MechaGodzilla were, and, like, they want this professor to help them, and, you know, there was a lot more going on, and a lot more exciting things. And I honestly was thoroughly entertained throughout this whole movie. Like, it was fun. I think it's funny that the people who made MechaGodzilla are gorillas. They're like gorilla people. Like, I was genuinely surprised when I saw that. I was like, what? That was genuinely my reaction, was like, wait, they're gorillas? That's weird. But yeah, and like, you only saw their true forms, like, when you shot them or like injured them in some way, and like their black blood, I'm not sure, came out. And then obviously they get to figure out what the little King Caesar statue is for, find King Caesar, wake him up by singing him a song. Well, the family who can wake up King Caesar. It wasn't another thing. I guess, yeah, there were these weird temple people. I don't know. And that's just kind of where everything else ends. Like, they wake up King Caesar from the side of a mountain. And I like King Caesar. It's like, he's supposed to be like those guard lions that you often see in, like, Asia-like places, like in China too. They have all those guard lions and everything. And King Caesar, I think, looks really cool. I like it. I like his glowing eyes and everything. It's neat. It was cool to see him and Godzilla team up at the end and kind of beat MechaGodzilla. But also there was that weird scene with Godzilla in the lightning storm, which I don't think was necessary. But I guess that was explaining why later in the movie how he's magnetic. I genuinely was just like, okay. But like, speaking of that, when like Godzilla reveals he's magnetic, I like how it looked like he was using the Force, like, come to me! It was just weird. And, you know, they blow up pretty much the alien base. They stop the invasion. King Caesar and Godzilla defeat MechaGodzilla, and they go home. That's it. That's the movie. And, yeah, I enjoyed it. It's like, I feel like I didn't go that deep into anything, but there really wasn't a whole lot. Like I said, I'm not sure why the aliens were invading. They hide that, like, the dude who was wearing all black was, like, a helpful investigator or something. Like, I'm not quite sure. And, like, he has a partner who just shows up. And, yeah, it just felt like a fun story. It's like, it felt like almost like an extended, like, this is how you do one of these movies. Just, like, a decent, fun concept, and I feel like they worked it well enough that it could last a little over an hour. And it was fun. Like, I would recommend it. If you've never watched Godzilla vs. MechaGodzilla, watch it. It's a fun time. Like, it wasn't too goofy. It didn't have him doing any tail slides. It was just Godzilla fighting the robot version of himself. And who could ask for more? And again, I really like MechaGodzilla, which he was armed to the teeth. Like, he had, like, missiles for his fingers, missiles for his toes, guns on his shins, laser eyes, like, a shield thing. Originally, he was actually supposed to have his nostrils shoot fire, but they didn't have that in the movie, but I'm mentioning it anyway. That's cool. So, that's just kind of it. I don't know. I had fun this week. This was a fun one. I don't have a lot to say. I don't have any fun jokes or gags, but it was a fun one. And sometimes you just need that. And that's how I kind of want to end this, is on a fun note. And I think that's it. Like I said earlier, I would recommend this movie, especially if you're a Godzilla fan. If you've never watched this one, I would say this is a pretty good one to watch. It's so far, out of the two Godzilla movies we watched this year, I like this one. Meanwhile, I also have a bias because I really do like MechaGodzilla. But what are your guys' thoughts? And if you want to, put your thoughts in the comments. And this is it. This is the last movie for the Blazing Toku Moviethon. It's like, I wish I could have ended this more exciting, but what are you gonna do? At least I ended on something fun and something I personally enjoyed. So, I guess, until I get another video out there, put what your guys' thoughts in the comments and everything. And until my next video, bye.